Hey, my name is Jonathan Repash. I'm a personal trainer, a strength athlete, and yes, I gained 12 pounds of lean mass in 3 days. Crazy, right? And honestly, it's actually true. What I'm telling you is the truth, technically. But like most things in fitness and life, there's more to the story. So buckle up, because today we're talking about massive, unbelievably large gains in muscle mass and changes in physiques that the fitness industry makes you want to think are realistic and real. Spoilers, it's not. All right, so first off, we need some context for this. If you're not familiar with Strongman, it's a strength sport. Basically, like if you've ever seen World's Strongest Man on TV, it's that. Big dudes, heavy weights, kegs flying through the air, cars getting deadlifted. It's all really dramatic. The only difference is I'm not one of the big dudes. I compete in the lightweight weight class, which for this particular competition I just did, the cap is 175.4 pounds. Battle at the Bridge in Pittsburgh. I usually walk around somewhere in the realm of 190 pounds body weight. So how did I hit this 175 pound weight class? Water cutting, which is basically like the most intense version of going to the spa possible. A water cut is basically tricking the body into dumping water weight without actually losing muscle tissue. Everything in your body that's not considered body fat is considered lean mass. This includes muscle, water weight, even food volume in your stomach is technically measured as lean mass on things like a DEXA scan. It also includes bone, organ weight, connective tissue. Everything that is not body fat is considered lean mass. When you're doing a water cut, the only thing you're worried about is flushing out all the fluids, basically getting rid of all the water weight and also food weight in your digestive system as possible. So here's the process. I started Sunday, July 13th. I was about 185.4 pounds at this time, which is already lighter than I usually walk around at because I did a previous weight loss phase to get to where we were then. I increased my sodium, cut my carbs, increased my water intake a lot, and then I cut sodium, cut calories, cut water intake to basically nothing. And at the very end, I spent several hours in and out of the sauna to drop the last 4 to 5 pounds. By Friday morning, I had gone from 185.4-ish pounds to 179.2 pounds. I was still about 4 or so pounds overweight, and I had to weigh in about 4 hours. So what you do is you go in the sauna for 15 minutes, then you go out of the sauna for 15 minutes, then you go into the sauna for 15 minutes, then you go out of the, you get the picture, until you question your life choices, and then go even further. I'm not advocating you ever do this, by the way. Anyway, I weighed in this picture at 174.6 pounds. I was actually underweight by 0.8 pounds, almost a full pound. I made weight easily. Well, I wouldn't say easily, but you get the picture. So here's the kicker. That first picture was taken right after the sauna death match that I barely won. Dry, depleted, and flat as a pancake. The after picture was actually quite literally almost exactly 3 days later. I was up over 12 pounds to 187 pounds. I think it was 187.2 to be exact. And no, that's not 12 pounds of fat. That's not 12 pounds of muscle. It's actually, truthfully, 12 pounds of lean mass, technically. Yeah, on a DEXA scan or an in-body test, water weight is considered lean mass. Interestingly enough, so is food in your digestive tract, also considered lean mass. So when I slammed carbs and water into my system after the weight cut, my body and my muscles just soaked that shit up like a sponge. Because muscle mass is about 75% water, and on top of this, your muscles also store glycogen, which is basically just stored carbs. For every gram of glycogen your body stores, it also stores about 3 to 4 grams of water in addition to this. Again, this is all lean mass. So your muscles not only feel fuller, they look fuller, they are fuller actually. Add in the food weight of all the food I ate, which is also technically considered lean mass according to most body scans, and boom, presto, almost 13 pounds of lean mass in 3 days. Not magic, just science. It's actually kind of boring. I think it's cool, but. So here's the part where I fully burst your bubble. I don't know if you picked up on it yet by now, but gaining 12 pounds of lean mass in 3 days is not normal or to be expected for anyone. Unless you're coming off a deep dehydration and carbohydrate depletion phase, this is not happening ever for anyone. Here is what realistic muscle gain looks like. Generally, the amount of monthly muscle gain that you can expect as a beginner is somewhere around, I wrote it down, 1 to 2 pounds of body weight, muscle mass per month. And if you're advanced, getting any amount of muscle gain over the course of a month that is measurable, even like a quarter of a pound, is good. And before you tell me that that sounds like shit, next time you go to the grocery store, what I want you to do is find 10 pounds of lean ground beef and go and take it out and just think about how much of a difference that would make on your body. 10 pounds of extra muscle. Don't actually spread the beef out all over your body. Trust me, you'll get weird looks. So why does any of this matter? Well, the real reason is because the fitness industry takes stuff like this and twists it to sell you junk. People obviously using steroids claiming they're natural. People who even not so obviously using steroids claiming they're natural. Influencers on gear gaining an unrealistic amount of muscle mass in a short amount of time. And it's like, no, you gain that on testosterone and tren, not creatine and hard work. And even then, much of it is water weight. You see fake before and after pictures. If you know what you're doing, you can take them on the same day. Crap programs that tell you you can gain 10 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks, and then they're just cookie cutter crap that the coach pulled out of their ass. Marketed well, but... And really, some may be just innocently ignorant, but some might be maliciously doing this. Coaches pointing out on scans that they gained all this lean mass when in fact, a lot of it's probably water, because as you know, that comes up as lean mass on body fat analysis scans. And nobody tells you about the diminishing returns that slow to a crawl the longer you train, but that doesn't sell programs, so you gotta be quiet about it. If you're really truly interested in gaining muscle, like I said before, here's what you should shoot for. Go for about 1 pound to 2 pounds of muscle mass gain per month. If you're a natural, you should expect to gain somewhere between 35 to 50 pounds of muscle mass over your entire life if you are extremely consistent with training. More of that if you're willing to get heavier and also you're a larger person, less than that if you are not willing to increase your body weight. And women can probably expect somewhere in the realm of 50 to 70% of this. Granted, these are really rough numbers. And if you're not gaining at all, you might need to look at your program, your sleep, or your diet. It's honestly really basic stuff, but the basics don't sell, so we get fitness influencers. Anyway, what's that? How did I do in the competition? No, let's not talk about that. Fine, I made dead last, but hey, I made weight, and I got to eat a lot of food after I made weight, and I gained 12 pounds of lean mass in a day, and I deadlifted 540 pounds for 16 reps, so fuck you. I'm still counting it as a win for me. And anyway, if you learned something or just wanted to support somebody who is salty about getting beaten by guys who can deadlift boats, hit that subscribe button, like it, share it. Let's go.
We're cruising here on the Red Zamboni. Keep the pace. Couple more big pulls. Come on. And he's on.